Over the last 20 years, every pickup truck I have owned has had a tonneau cover on it, but this might just be the best one I've had.
Well, and it just makes sense to have a tonneau cover, Andre, because you get some added security, makes it more difficult for other people to access the things that are in your bed. You also get weather protection, which is especially nice here in Colorado, where we get all kinds of snow and sleet and even rain. And then if you're going down the highway too, keep stuff in your bed.
Exactly, stuff is not gonna fly out randomly, right?
Exactly.
This tonneau cover is the Peragon Tectonic, and they sent it to us, and I've used it for a couple of weeks. So how about this? How about we show the tonneau cover, show how it's installed, and actually also talk about and show how it may be better than the other stuff I've had.
I like it.
Okay, so what do you say? Let's unbox it and actually see this Tectonic tonneau cover.
Yeah, this is our first chance getting a look at it, and it looks pretty straightforward. We've got our rails right here that attach to each of the bed rails.
Yeah.
And then we've got the actual trifold portion of the tonneau cover as well right underneath. And it looks like we've got our installation kit.
Ooh, dude, Ryobi?
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
So we've got this handle, which, us, able men don't use usually.
Right.
But it's still here. And
Yeah, and your clamp actually doesn't get in the way.
no. Very smart system, very easy to do.
Look at that, Andre.
Dude.
It looks good, too.
Now, we gotta do a dance party.
Yeah, well, I guess I should pick up the camera so that our heads aren't cut off, but
Well,
yeah, pretty cool.
dude, actually, I've installed several tonneau covers over several different trucks.
Yeah.
And this seems like, other than just lifting it on,
Yeah.
seems one of the easiest things I've ever done.
Well, and we had to kind of look at it a little bit just to figure out how it worked, but it's pretty easy, simple to understand. And the cool thing is we can fold these sides all together so you can either get at things from the rear or from the front. And
Or then push it forward.
when they're pushed together, like we showed, you can slide it back and forth as well, or just take it out completely.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
Like I was saying, I was expecting to spend about an hour or maybe more installing this, but we did it very fast.
Yeah, well, especially because this is a pretty substantial tonneau cover, otherwise we wouldn't be sitting on top of it. You would think it would maybe be a little bit of a process, but especially if you've got an impact you can use to get the clamps in quickly, then it takes no time at all, because all you gotta do is mount up those two bed rails and then drop this whole piece right on top of it.
And it fits this Silverado heavy duty really great. That's another benefit that I will show later. But why are we sitting on top of this?
Well, because this is one of the interesting features on here. You can put quite a bit of weight on the top of this cover. So if you're static, not moving, as we are now, you can have 600 pounds on top of it, which is pretty good. And if you are going down the road, you can have as much as 400 pounds. And there's even points where you could tie stuff down all over the cover, which makes it pretty easy. Now, Andre, as we step down from the cover, you can see one of the cool things about this is it's got this really grippy coating. So these are first powder coated, and then they do a bed liner type finish on top of it that gives you a lot of grip.
Yeah, and that's really important, especially if you want to relax, maybe watch, a soccer game, or maybe watch a NASCAR race like this.
Or spot some fish in the pond.
The first pickup truck I personally have owned was a 2002 Chevy Silverado heavy duty, and I put a soft tonneau cover on that truck, and I had some issues. It had some Velcro on the side, and then the sun was beating down on it, the cover shrunk. That wasn't ideal. Then I had a 2021 Ford F-150, Once again, I wanted to save a little bit of weight, make it easy and simple. I put a soft tonneau on that truck as well. And then I also had a 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. I also put a soft tonneau cover on that truck as well. And the issue I saw there in the Colorado and the Ford F-150 is a lot of wind buffeting. Like I would look in my mirror, I could see the tonneau buffeting on the highway, and that just kind of was distracting. Finally, this is my latest truck. It's a 2019 Toyota Tundra. This does have a hard trifold tonneau cover as well. This is a Toyota accessory on this truck, but there is one problem. This is pretty nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Secure?
It looks good quality.
Okay, but here's the thing. Roman and I have learned this many, many years ago, that even though this is pretty good, security can be questionable, because you can go like this with a coat hanger, and then you can, like that, open it.
Pretty easily get into it, because it's funny, when this is closed, you're actually able to pull it up from the tailgate.
Just a little, because it latches right here, a little bit away from the tailgate, right?
Yeah, so that's not difficult to get into.
But let's show the Peragon. So this Tectonic tonneau cover uses latches and keys. So this is currently latched. So, I mean, I could try to pry this up, but it won't budge because it's attached to the rail.
Yeah, pretty well secured. And the other cool thing is you can open it from the rear, like most tonneau covers, and flip it up like so.
Yep.
But you can also open it from the front if there's something toward the bulkhead that you have to access.
For example, like a toolbox.
Yeah.
That you could carry inside of your bed.
And it's the same key that you use here.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to have two different pairs of keys. And then once you fold this together, you can also slide this back and forth, which is pretty cool.
Exactly, because also the flexibility is very important. Let's say you're moving, I don't know, a refrigerator. We need to move it forward. Let's try that. There's a knob right here. You could pull this up, and then this actually slides pretty nicely and easily.
Yeah, and now it's secured up at the front.
It's pretty sweet. But what about weather protection? I see a lot of nice gaskets here. Maybe I should go to a truck wash and try to get some water in here.
I think that's a good idea. Andre, we need scientific instruments to be able to tell if water gets into the bed, and I think today you're that scientific instrument.
I think I'm the guinea pig, I would say, right?
So get on in.
Let me get in and see if any of the water is going to be coming through the sides of this tonneau cover. And I've got a camera and I have a light.
Yeah, and I'm glad it's you and not me.
Okay.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Good. And I've got all the truck wash we need right here.
Alrighty, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, I could hear it. I see nothing.
Getting it right over the top.
This is pretty nice. I don't see any leaks whatsoever.
How's that, Andre? You still dry?
I am perfectly dry. Check it out. Open it.
Oh, not bad, dude.
So I was specifically looking along these lines.
Right.
And I mean, I saw some water by the tailgate because that's where this multi-pro tailgate.
Yeah, exactly. There's like this division right here.
Yeah, but it never came in the bed.
Nice.
See?
Good.
And because we had no water, there's also no dust.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It's pretty solid. And another cool thing about these is that they're made here in the States, actually in Wisconsin.
And use the link in the description below to find a Peragon Tectonic tonneau cover for your truck. And new models are being added throughout this entire year. So if you don't see your truck, model or year or bed size right there, joining waiting list, and it's coming soon. Let us know what you think, and also let me know what's your favorite tonneau cover.